Hi, so welcome to my channel. My name is Jose. For those who don't know, I do what I like to coin microastrology, which I work with over 100, 200 something asteroids, done a lot of research on them, where I go into minute details that information that I get that I wouldn't normally typically get in a regular astrological reading. It's fun for me because it continues to expand, continues to grow bit by bit. I've been doing it for about 2 years now. It's wonderful. 2 or 3 years now. But look forward to hearing from your comments when you see the video in this one. Because if you can last 2 hours, long readings. But this one was for medical astrology, tied to some evolution and also a bit of like, what you download, you get. That's how it works, right? It's divination, astrology is divination. So hope that goes well with you guys. Have fun. I'll see you at the end. Thanks. There we go. Okay, cool. Again, thank you for doing this. So let's see what we get. I could share the chart, but I have your name on it. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay, it's not your anything else. It's just that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Where did it go here? Okay. Go. Okay. So I tend to work with, I think you saw that. I tend to work with a lot of asteroids, but for now we're going to go with basic, what's referred to as medical astrology, and I'm still kind of new to it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cheat a bit.
Good.
I actually, yeah, and I use cheat sheets to be honest with you because I'm tired of looking at books and sometimes it takes too much time and it's just yeah. So let's see here. Where did I put my cheat sheet? Okay, here. Hopefully this one helps. Okay. All right. Let me bring it up. Okay. Maybe I don't even need that one. Okay. So, I'm seeing here with, okay, so Mars, a lot of inflammation overall happening in your body, right? Inflammation, especially with the feet area, lower feet area. This is dated as of yesterday, technically. But Mars will still be in transit to your first house. So, but you also have it, was it, I see here, conjunct, oh, Mercury. So that means that your central nervous system is kind of affected by this. Um, do you, would you understand that? Like there's inflammation
Yeah,
happening.
yeah,
There's
yeah,
like,
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
usually a lot to do with something, maybe the excess fluid, maybe, or maybe not enough fluids in your body. I don't know if you're, what do you call this? Immune system is also part of this one. The sympathetic nervous system. So it's very much tied to Pisces. So um, let's see here. With the nodes transiting, this is where it gets a little tricky. Because when it talks about the nodes, so this is why I use my asteroids. They give me the answers right away. Um, Transits here. Here we go. Transits. Oh, Saturn is also transiting your first house with Neptune, of course, with Venus there. Venus has moved into this, what do you call this? A stellium, metastellium here. So that means, uh, have you been going through like a lot of stress with the changes?
I work on not having a lot of stress.
Okay.
I work
Yeah,
hard on
yeah,
that, but
yeah.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
I work on
Okay.
letting a lot of things go. But
Okay.
I do have some stress. I can't deny that. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But
Like you, okay. It's like adrenal glands is being affected here, but there's sort of like you feel maybe a bit more fatigued as well. Like things are slowing down. So, which is a good thing. That means it's de-stressing it because you're starting over. Um, do you feel like there's something like you want to go into your things that are like your vices, so to speak, like pleasure, things that are more pleasurable? Would you understand that?
yeah, yeah. I'm not
Okay.
really going into my vices that are more
Well,
pleasurable. I'm going the other way. I'm creating and writing
okay.
stories
Okay. That
and
makes sense.
expressing those things and doing artwork and
Hmm.
stuff like that instead.
Okay. Okay, cool. Immune system is still affected here a little bit. Chiron is in the anaretic degrees of Aries here. So that's usually tied to Chiron is tied to the immune system. But because it's transiting your second house, so it's not necessarily health related. It can be. There's a little bit of immune system there. So yeah, overall there is inflammation. Let's look at your sixth house. Nothing there. And then 12th house. Oh, Pluto's. Oh, okay, there's a shift happening right there. So, do you feel, I would say like there's a lot of detox you're going through?
Oh yeah.
A lot of
Oh yeah.
detox? Okay, okay. So
A lot
are
of
you,
detox.
so you're probably being called to, you feel like you're stepping away from electric devices, electronic devices, um, things that are not natural, basically.
Yeah. And
Okay,
I'm very in tune with my body, and my
okay.
body is only allowing me to eat very certain foods right now.
Yes, 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 yeah.
And if
That
I
totally
try
makes
to
sense.
eat something else right now, it will actually I'll actually throw it up.
Okay, okay.
So
That's, yeah. Mm, okay.
yeah.
Well, we'll see where your other planets are, the asteroids. I, that's the overall theme I can get here, but let's take a look if there's any transits to. Oh, Uranus is technically it's moving away from your south node. So there might have been changes, unexpected or unexplainable changes to um how do you call this? This is medical astrology, so I'm having to term this differently. The things that you picked up from family lines, that there must have been some shift happening. Your nervous system kicked started it and it went and it just like you have to get rid of that stuff. But unexplainable things. It's tied to Taurus, so the ears, nose, and throat area. Did you have to go through that?
Oh yeah.
Okay, cool. Um, I'm trying to see which is Mars is in about what is this one? 7 degrees Pisces. So, Uh, I see here it's square to your Neptune. Because in medical astrology, they used to refer to as what do you call that? There's a term where you have to look into not only the squares, but it means that there's um, reflexes. There you go. It reflexes onto your Neptune here. So naturally, you would have a very typically like your diet includes things that are like overall, it has changed over time. But at least when you were born, you have this tendency to like foreign foods, probably like things that are very just different, but also more like things that help you kind of, in a way, I don't know if it's related to the Pisces thing, but like soup, liquids, lots of liquids. Like when you were a child, did you like soups and stews when you were
Oh yeah.
younger? Okay.
I did.
Over, overall, that changed over time, of course. Um, so what's happening is with the dissolution of Neptune here, it means that there is, because of the inflammation, it's almost like your body is going, okay, I've had enough. right?
It is too.
Uh,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
exactly what it's going through right now. Yeah.
hmm And it's affected. Oh, I see here. Okay. So, well, Saturn naturally has its conjunct to cusp of their sixth house. So anything related to like the chest area, I don't know if you've had any chest related area, digestion, calcification, like slow metabolism. So what happens is this soup, I don't know if it was, if you were raised around anything that was cholesterol related growing up. So I'm feeling like there's something to do with cholesterol, or I wouldn't say necessarily fat, but because Jupiter is not here, but it is Saturn. So maybe the food that you ate when you were younger helped slow down your metabolism, and it kind of affected your heart as well, your vitality as well, your energy. So over time, that had to change. Um, oh, was there a lot of spicy? Your family, was there a lot of snacking, spicy snacking foods? They like
Yeah.
that?
We
Yeah,
like
okay.
spice. Yeah. We lived it all over this country. We lived all over the place. So
Okay, that
we
explains that.
traveled a
Okay.
lot and we lived all over. My
Okay,
mom did the
that
best she
totally makes
could to
sense.
go, healthy, but
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Which in turn actually affected what was this? Maybe there's a lot of like you had to naturally pee it out often, right? There was a lot of peeing, there has a lot of bladder related stuff you had to pee it out. Uh the lower parts of the body, the kidneys, lumbar system, back as well, the lower back. Let's see here. So overall, like I said, a lot of your issues are related to, again, well, lymphatic nodes, the immune system, but also the heart and also the chest area, the lower back, the spine probably. Um, but at the same time, yeah, kidneys are affected by that. But this is where there's that whole unexplainable thing happens. And it's like, but I would say, yeah, a lot of detox you would have had to go through because it also definitely affected your immune system and digestion, and also any sort of buildup in the body. It's a lot of toxins. Um, but let's see what's happening now. Okay, now I'm going to cheat with the asteroids. Okay, let's see here. So overall, so let's see. Okay, start with Hecate. What does Hecate here show? Is there anything affected by the ovaries, womb area, um, skin, ectodermis, skin, electromagnetic bioenergy?
yeah. I'm
Okay,
very sensitive. I'm very sensitive to electromagnetic energy. I'm very
okay,
sensitive to entities
okay.
and other
So,
energies, the unseen energies.
okay, so what's happening right now, though, right, on physical level? Okay, cool. Um, your eyes, are there something to do with the eyes as well? Your eyes have been affected. Occipital lobe says here, okay. Prefrontal cortex, it says here, the dorsolateral prefrontal cortex is part of this area right here. The amygdala, I believe, is way back here as well. I'm not going to go too much into the brain, but yeah, it says here the immune system. Let's see. What else am I getting? Womb is still coming back in. Mammary glands. Do you know if that's affecting you? Your mammary glands?
Yeah, my lymphatic system is under
Okay.
is having huge issues right
Okay.
now. So mammary glands, I'm pretty sure are part of that.
Okay. Was there any postpartum depression? Not to be negative, I'm just saying. No?
Oh,
No,
after
okay, no.
pregnancy, no, I was good.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine. Any brain
Yeah.
surgeries, headaches, nausea, vomiting, food poisoning, bleeding?
Yeah, all of the above actually. I did except for the brain surgeries.
Okay.
But I was diagnosed with photosensitive epilepsy years ago,
Okay.
and
Mm,
according to the doctors, I healed it.
okay.
So
Yeah. Um, what about the head as well? So I mentioned the eyes, the ears as well. Head is still happening for you. Okay. Again, because it is tied to Pisces, it is a lot to do with what we just talked about. So there must be some sort of constant detox, I would say, is what you're going through, right?
I'm going
Um,
through a constant detox right now. Yep.
uh, are you yawning a lot? You're
Yeah.
like
Some
you're
days,
yawning.
yeah, I get a little
Okay,
tired. Yeah.
okay. Any sort of body replacements, organ replacements, liver, intestines? No. Okay. Um, I feel like I'm diagnosing you right now as a doctor. Like I'm
That's
now.
okay.
Like, do you feel this? Yeah. Okay. Dilation, swelling. I mean, that ties in with inflammation, but specific dilation. Okay. Bumps,
Yeah.
bruises, blisters, sores.
Nah, I'm good.
That's that.
You know,
Okay. Okay. Any sort of sweating, tears, bodily fluids. Of course. Okay. That's fatigue. We already mentioned. Anything to do with breathing and oxygen.
yeah, my
Okay.
chest right now, my chest is going through some things
Okay.
besides the lymphatic system.
Okay. I feel like I'm seeing it right now. Have you been having red eyes?
Yeah.
Okay. And REM state, has that been affected? Your circadian rhythm?
Yeah. You know, my
Okay.
body's going
Okay.
through some
A
very
lot of
interesting
stuff for me.
stuff right
Yeah.
now.
So a lot of rejuvenation is what you need. A lot of rest, regeneration.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Um, so are you sensitive now to like anything dairy, or are you
The
still
only
doing?
the only dairy I eat right now is cheese and butter. That's it.
Okay. Trying to see if there's anything to it. Hmm. I'll take a look at your North Node. That's important. But let's finish what we got here because I noticed there's something else. Um, any sort of physical changes, like deformities, like that, are like because I've had to go through that myself. Like my nails have changed, and it's just weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, my stuff is changing right now. My skin's
Okay.
changing. I've lost a bunch of weight. My body's actually going through a huge shift right now.
Okay. We're becoming more crystalline, apparently. So
Yeah, apparently
yes. Your reproductive system is also being affected, right? You feel? Have you gotten that checked? I don't know if
I
that's
did.
tied to that. You did? Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
Okay.
I think I'm due to have that checked again, but yeah.
Okay. You also have Cerberus here, gallbladder, the bile duct, your jaws. Okay. Any stomach, any acidity in the stomach? Feel like there's more acidity, or is that no? Okay.
My stomach's okay because of my diet. I
Okay.
regulate it, you know.
Okay. We talked about the red eyes, so burning in the eyes too, of course, it says here. Something to do with tongues. Any acute hearing that your hearing has changed, you feel?
It's actually very, very good.
Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh.
It went the other way.
Um, oh, the other. Oh, okay. Good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's happened to me too, especially when you're when we start to practice the like spiritual modalities. It's like it just gets hype. Yeah, it's heightened.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
heightened. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Good here. What else do we got? Mm, Ooh, this one's heavy. I don't want to be negative here. Have you been diagnosed with any cancer-related cells? What they call cancer cells?
It is heavy, and that's exactly what I'm going to the doctor for right now.
Okay. Something to do with your telomeres, any tumors,
And
metastasis?
we're gonna
Yeah.
find out.
Okay. Okay. Mm, yeah, there's also apoptosis, like blood cell shrinkage, nuclear fragmentation, chromatin condensation, DNA fragmentation, mRNA decay. It, yeah. So I don't know. Okay, these came to me. These were all downloaded when I was doing them. Um, Mutations, macrophages, T cells, cerebellum, self-related processing of the medial prefrontal cortex. I forgot what that means. Um, Transcranial magnetic stimulation, which is something to do with the brain, but maybe that's not part of that one. Uh, okay. I don't want to go too much into the cancer cells, but I mean, that's the human body too, right? So, oh, being human,
Yeah.
I know.
It's a
I,
process, isn't it?
oh yeah, oh yeah. I have, what do you call this? I have Meniere's disease, and I have gout, and I have hypertension. So I'm not
Okay.
saying I'm not comparing, I'm just saying I can understand at least some of these
Yeah.
tribulations of being human. Okay. Parasympathetic nervous system is probably also part of this as well, because it is part of the whole nervous system.
Hmm.
Uh, Anything to do with blood related stuff like hematoma, blood suffusion?
I'm going to a blood specialist right now.
Okay. Okay.
I'm waiting for an appointment to go see a blood specialist. So
Okay. Has your hair gone become softer? It says you're flowing or
yeah,
soft hair. Okay.
yeah,
Okay. That's a benefit. There
it is a benefit.
you go. Okay. Awesome. Okay, let's see. Come on. Hathor. Hathor. By the way, as I'm doing this medical stuff, any of the deities, if I mention some of them or said it out loud, they can be also, I don't know if you use deities as guides. I don't know.
I do.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Okay. Um, your eyesight probably will be more restored. I don't know if you've felt a change in that, just like your ears. Have they become better?
I'm glad the eyesight's going to get restored. That's great.
Okay, cool. That I'm seeing here, restoration of sight. Okay. Um, Yeah, this one's interesting. Sexual stimulation, erection, but I don't know if it has anything to do with this one, but I wouldn't count this out, but I don't know. Menstrual fluid. Sorry, this is part of Hathor. Sorry.
Yeah,
She's
it's
tied to a bit of
okay. It's
sexuality.
good.
Okay, cool. Genitalia, of course. I don't know what this BCR, bulbocavernosus reflex. I forgot what this is. Again, came to me. Osinski reflex, growth hormones, maybe the HeLa cells. HeLa cells are apparently tied to like what do you call that? Ah, in the marrow, the bone marrow.
Bone marrow,
It's like
yes.
it's kind of tied to that.
Okay.
Um, so there's regeneration happening here. So kind of like tissues that are being lost, but maybe also tissues that are being regenerated. Gene regulation, so morphogenesis, cell differentiation. I don't know what this one, phenotypic plasticity. I'm gonna skip that one.
It's a stretching of um your insides, your
Okay,
cells and stuff, if I
okay,
remember
that makes
correctly.
sense. Okay,
Yeah, yeah, it's a
it's
stretching of that, so your so
okay,
they
that
can
makes sense. Yeah.
expand and shrink back down. And
Mhm. Okay. Asexual cellular process. I'm not saying you're becoming asexual, but there's a reason for why some of us are, because it's more. That explains why this whole thing with the genitalia and all that stuff and menstrual fluid. So it's almost like I wouldn't say necessarily asexual, but more like not it's less of the carnal side of sex, if that
that's
makes
very
sense.
true. I
Yeah.
became celibate many years ago.
Okay. Okay. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. My
Yeah.
my my yet to meet boyfriend in Scotland is we're very connected energetically and we get turned on by each other's energies. It's weird.
Yeah.
It's not, it's totally different.
It's okay. No, I completely understand because I have someone that has the same effect on me. Just their energy
Oh,
alone is astronomically insane, and I know I have the same effect on them.
oh,
So,
there you go. Oh, look at that.
you know what I mean?
Wonderful. Cool.
Yeah, but it's a
Mm,
waiting pro. It's being patient as well.
absolutely. So I can I well maybe I'll ask you on the side maybe after.
Okay,
It's
there you
okay.
go.
Um, any sort of this one's a weird one. This one's more psychologically related. I'm just gonna name some of them. Um, any sort of extroversion, introversion, hypophobia, any sort of exposure therapy. I forgot what that means. Exposure and response prevention. Um, okay. DNA, that's we already talked about that. Um, again, the heart is coming back here. So
Yeah,
maybe that's
yeah. I
maybe those
actually
two.
have some heart tests coming up too as well.
Okay.
I'm working on some diagnosis with my
Okay.
body.
Okay.
You know, Western
Okay.
medicine is really good at that. So
Yeah.
I'm getting
Yeah.
diagnosis so I can channel
Good.
and figure out where I need to
Yes. Very good.
change things
Yes.
and regenerate things and heal things.
So I'm getting, I'm getting, I'm, yeah, I don't know if I'm being asked to do this. Are you mixing Western with Eastern and all that?
Yes,
Okay. Okay.
absolutely.
Okay. Cool. So the heart is coming back again. Okay, that makes total sense. The throat as well.
Hmm.
You going then? Okay. There's something about also the zygomatic major muscles. I'm not sure what that is. Something to do with zygotes, like, I don't know, orbicularis oculi muscles. I think it's tied to the eyes. Um,
The oculus
crow's,
is tied to the eyes, yes.
okay. Crow's feet. Yeah, you've been, okay, never mind. Um, it says here, omnipo or laughing. Omnipo, I believe, I don't know if it's an acronym. There's several ones though. There's laughing disease or uncontrollable laughter, core muscles, so the abdomen, diaphragm, lungs is a big one here, maybe. I don't know. The ulnar nerve, humerus, ulnar neuropathy. I don't know if you're going to go through that. Nismesis or gargalesis, tickle stimuli, pain and touch nerve fibers, ticklish areas. Are you feeling more ticklish?
Yeah, I think so. More
Okay.
sensitive to the unseen, you know what I mean? And stuff like that.
Yeah.
It
Okay.
seems
Okay.
to, yeah, for sure.
Okay. Okay. Cool. So that includes so ticklish areas, underarms, ribs, midriff, neck, back of the knee, thighs, buttocks, nose, feet, perineum. Where's the perineum
The
going?
perineum, actually,
Oh,
that's in
is it?
between your, that's down in your genital area.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay.
For
Okay.
you,
Cool.
it would be between your booty hole and your
Yeah.
male part. There's a little spot
Okay.
in there.
Ah, the G spot. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's
Okay.
a perineum. Yeah, we
Okay.
actually
Got it.
breathe through that spot when we're in the womb. We breathe from the top of our
Ah,
head and that spot in the
that makes
womb.
sense. That makes sense. Okay. Cool.
Yeah,
Oh, awesome. Thank you. Okay. So
you're
there's the
welcome.
general overall things that you're going through. Um, I'm wondering though if there's anything related to get my, let's see, because it's related. I think all of them are related to Pisces. Yep, they are. So I'm gonna go with you take herbs as well, right?
I do.
Mhm.
Yeah, I actually just started on some new herbs that I'm going to have to increase my dose here after I have some diagnosis.
Okay. Okay. Do you take any do you take any seaweeds?
I
Ground
do.
ivy, okay. Because
I love actually seaweed. Oh, my body says, yes, you better get some seaweed pretty soon. I better get some of that
Okay.
today.
Okay. Ground ivy. Ground ivy. It's a glaucoma hydrarachia. I don't know. It's a Latin stuff. I don't know if,
I'm gonna write that one down. Ground ivy.
yeah, it says here, noted specific for purulent wounds, chronic waste, rot, excess pus, or strengthening the immune system. Okay. Um,
My immune system's gonna need that.
okay. Horseradish. I love horseradish.
I used to love horseradish too for my body. That was a hard no.
No,
I'm
okay.
very kinetic with my body, with the
Ah,
way things I work. It's very kinetic with me. So I either get a hug or my body will actually push things away and it'll
okay.
say no.
Okay. Okay. Well, that totally makes sense because I mean, you were born with, you know, yeah, like very strong. I'm pretty sure your ascendant has moved into Taurus now. So that means your body looks for things that are pleasurable, but at the same time, I don't have your progress chart right now, but progress charts are not usually used in medical astrology because they're not as strong. We usually use transits instead. Um, but yeah, I can see why Neptune, Jupiter ruling your whole chart shows a lot of like maybe excessive things when you were growing up. Maybe it was like, a little too much. And that's why your body said, nope, that's enough. It has to be lighter, because
Yeah.
Pisces tends to be water-based soups. Okay. Red root is another one. It says here, clearing
Okay.
herbs for extracellular matrix and lymphatic system. Okay, there you go. Um, Fenugreek, convalescent herb and warming lymph cleanser.
I don't
Okay,
know if I'm spelling this right, but I could figure it out.
it's okay. Ashwagandha, do you take that?
No, my body gives me a hard no on that.
Okay. Beetroot, blood builder, anti-anemia. I don't know if that applies to you. It says
Yeah,
beetroot
I'm going to need that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Maca root, which is, I think maca root is similar to marshmallow. I have some here, but I use it
Yeah, and
for incense.
you drink it in a tea, right?
No, I use it for
Maca.
incense.
Oh, okay.
No,
Well,
yeah,
that might work for me. Maca might
yeah.
work for me for incest, but my body, every time I see maca, it says no, don't, no
Oh,
way.
okay, okay, okay. That's fine. Peppermint says relaxes the tight mucus choked bronchial tubes. Traditionally used in combination with either elder or yarrow flowers for lung and bronchial congestion. And then
Yeah.
calamus root or sweet flag. It says here, powerful herb for clearing a confused brain and for strengthening the weak voice. I don't think you have that. No. Oh man. Correct dose and
Yeah.
length of use essential, popular in Chinese medicine, but on cautions list in the West. Okay, so let's take off sweet flag. Okay. Um, let's see here. What else did we get? Uh Yeah, let's see how we get in the sixth house. I don't think there's anything in this. Let's go to the sixth here. Oh, there's a second part to the first house here. Imhotep and Baronia. Imhotep. More about the pineal gland, right prefrontal cortex, both sides here, like here. Um, don't know much about him. Baronia is one of the goddesses in ancient Rome. This is fertility, sterility. You kind of already gone through that. Contraceptives, yada yada. Okay, vasectomy. That doesn't apply to you. But I guess what's the other side? Vasectomy and what's the other one? For women
Oh,
for
I
hysterectomy.
forget. Yes, that's
Yes.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, Ovulation. I don't know if you've been going through a bit of ovulation. Uterine lining, something to do with the uterine lining or your period. It says here fecundity or subfecundity. Okay.
I have to look that word up.
Uh, yeah. Um, but no gonorrhea, syphilis, or chlamydia, right? Okay,
No,
never mind. Okay.
we're safe.
Yeah, and I know. Nutrition, of course, is part of this one. Maybe salivation. Are you salivating quite often? No? No extra
What?
salivation. Salivation.
Oh, sometimes, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I got good salivary glands, which is good, even though
Okay.
I'm thirsty.
Okay. Cool. Uh, let me go back to the 12th house here. What did we get? Those were tied to, okay, the one I showed you with the herbs, those are Pisces, but then I also have to look into Aquarius. I totally missed them. I'm sorry. Did I misdiagnose things? I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Um, but Pisces, Aquarius is also related to the immune system, but odd. Aquarius is just odd. It's the odd duck when it comes to health. Um, do you take any rosemary? I
No,
mean, okay. It says here lifts low blood, useful in purple blood ankle, low blood pressure, headache. Because your nodes are in Scorpio and Taurus, it means that it really is, it's kind of like almost like reverse. You're probably getting a lot of toxins coming in through your body, or you have been throughout your life. It's mostly shifted now, probably. I don't know if it's shifted to Libra, but again, that's progression chart. Um, but because we're still going to have to consider Scorpio here. Um, there's a lot of detox that often needs to take place, especially from what you grew up with, right? We already kind of know that.
yeah.
Uh, sorry, I'm going to jump back into the North Node here because I feel that that's important. Ginkgo. Do you take any ginkgo for oxygenation? It's
No, my
interesting.
body says none of that right now.
Yeah. Nettles? Any nettles for, no, that's for the weak
Yeah,
blood.
nettles is good. Yeah.
Okay. Prickly ash. Oh, neural pain relief. Muscular circulatory antispasmodic. So I don't know if it's really relief, but like when it comes to stress. Um, Cayenne. Ooh, that it warms you up.
Yeah,
But
cayenne, yeah.
with your sun in Virgo, you're more used to the heat. You're more used to warm temperatures rather than cold. Even though your moon is Sagittarius, um, is it even square to Sagittarius? Yeah, it is. Okay.
Yep.
Ooh, okay. So you have issues regarding vitality when you're growing up. It's like they kind of go back and forth sometimes. That's why you often need regeneration. Okay.
Hmm.
That explains the North Node. You're here to regenerate more. Right. Okay. Cool. Gotu-kola. Gotu-kola? I don't know how to pronounce that. May improve in open capillary circulation. Oh, the nerves, capillaries.
Oh, the
And beetroot.
capillaries.
Okay. Okay. Um, Beetroot's coming back here, so let's not do that. St. John's wort. I actually have some. It says here for one of the best articles for neuralgia, neuritis, and depression. I don't think you have that. Combines synergistically with lavender. Dulse. Uh, when dried, possesses the purple color associated with Aquarius on the artist's color wheel. Okay, doesn't do anything. Okay. Periwinkle, prevention and removal of brain plaques, possibly preventative of memory-related disorders. Hmm. Okay, that's for the Aquarius side. Um,
Okay.
let's look now into go into the sixth house. Okay. Ooh, a lot of retrograde. Okay, that means a lot of focus in this house right now. Okay. Start with Dear Apollo. Apollo is often tied to inflammation as well. Um, so a lot of cures you're taking in, toxins, we already talked about that. Long labors. So probably have to work, you've been working hard at this, I guess, especially when you're being, with your sun being in Virgo. You identify with that, right? So it's gotta be, you gotta be healthy. Okay, that's totally
Yeah.
understandable. Your limbic system, that's somewhere here, like, yeah, the mammalian brain, technically. I don't know. Any emotions? Anything related to emotions? I mean,
Oh yeah, especially when I was younger. Oh, a lot.
okay.
I didn't grow up in the best home life. Let's just put it that way. There's a lot of crap going on.
Yeah, I can
So
see that here. Yeah, your father, your relationship to your father. I can see that. Okay, well, we're gonna go into medical. We're still in medical astrology, so it's okay.
it's okay.
Um, sorry about your relationship with your father. Quite, you know.
It's all right. It was my father and my stepfather, if you want to know the truth. Both both father figures.
Oh,
And my
okay.
grandfather. All father figures.
Was your stepfather hold on, let me go back here. Was he from a different country? Did he travel a
Now,
lot?
he was
Or
from
was
this
he
country, but he was in the Navy, so yeah, he traveled.
okay, okay. Never mind. I'm never mind. Okay.
It's okay.
Um okay, so spine, backbone, scars. Are you yeah, you've been getting a lot of scars? Okay. That works. Okay. Mental and physical dexterity. I think that one's a good one. That also suggests to me that was because the moon rules your sixth house, you are called to be active. And I think you already know that. Well, you already know
Yeah.
that. Especially because if it's heart related, part of your sixth house placement is with Leo, but with it being in Cancer, Cancer tends to be it, right? But the moon rules Cancer, so we look at Sagittarius. So that's good. Oh, okay, interesting. So I think with the active lifestyle, do you often try to balance that though? Because sometimes if you're too active, okay,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah, my body's not giving me a choice right now. I
okay,
it says, you know what, you can do this for a little while, and then you need to stop
okay.
and
That
rest.
totally makes
And,
sense.
and, and
Yes,
then I can go for a walk, and I need to stop and rest. And
that's right.
actually, I'm noticing myself not. I've always been very, very fast and very, very high energy. That's just who I am. But I'm noticing that I need to slow down a little bit and not
Hmm.
do everything so fast
Hmm.
and kind of like do it at a slower pace, even if it
Mm.
takes me longer,
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
because otherwise my
Totally.
body says, "Hey, I'm done. You need to stop right now." If I
Yeah,
do
yeah,
everything at this super fast pace. So
sure.
I'm noticing that.
Yeah, I can almost predict that your sun has already progressed into Scorpio now. I'm not sure if your sun is in conjunction with your north node, your natal north node. So to me, it's almost like you're really focusing on a lot of detox of your, not only the identity itself, but also anything to do with the heart, your back, anything to do with that. You're really taking care of the back. So it's almost, but I don't know, you're really drawn to more like catharsis. Are you practicing a lot of mediumship? Do you practice mediumship? Okay. That's probably you're being drawn to that kind of
Oh
what do you call
yes.
that? Um, what's the word I'm looking for? Metaphysical things.
Oh yes. Huge metaphysical. I'm being drawn to huge metaphysical, and even when I'm around someone else
Yeah.
and they're a little bit metaphysical, just me being around them, their gifts are even heightened more.
Yeah.
I've had people tell
Okay.
me this several times. So
Yeah.
Um, and then that's where I know spirits says it's time. You can't
Okay.
keep this stuff to yourself anymore. So
That's okay. That's okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine.
yeah,
I believe because your north node is in the cusp of your ninth house, you are naturally called to take your spirituality as a business and also elsewhere. As in, you're meant, I'm not saying you have to travel, but
I'm going to travel. I've already had the visions of taking my
okay,
spirituality other places and traveling and doing that. Yeah, yeah.
okay, okay, that makes sense.
Spirit says, hey, you're in a transit. You need to get this and get your head right because you're not wrong. You
Yeah,
know,
that's right. Yeah,
yeah.
that's right. Ah, I like that. That's interesting. Okay. The way you communicate is there's a lot of intensity in how you communicate. Um, but you've been quite in service to a lot of people. And I feel that that's a huge effect on your immune system. It's almost like the part of how you people pleased in the past has kind of like held you back in terms of taking care of yourself and your body or the
Hmm.
physical body itself, right? So, okay, makes sense. Okay, executive control network and CLS network. I forgot what that means. Splitting gas or separation. Again, wounds. We talked about that earlier. Okay, I'm going to go with Varuna here. Every time I hear Varuna, I want to sing Varuna, Jamaica. Anyway,
Yeah.
Varuna is a higher vibration of Saturn.
Okay.
Um, it's a dwarf planet, um, and he rules cohesion, medically speaking, or in medical astrology. Sorry, I have a huge this here. Okay.
It's okay.
Something to do with fiber. So something to do with fiber. There's something to do with I don't know if it's having more fiber in your diet or just the fibers of your skin, any fibers in the body, hair, every fiber of your being, basically. Um, Cerumen. I don't know if you've gone through any sort of earwax stuff. Cerumen. I don't know if that's tied to that. Um,
When I was younger, actually, I used to get ear infections all the time
oh, okay.
in my one ear when I was younger.
Yeah. Okay.
And my mother healed it with amethyst and prayers, and I haven't had one since.
Oh, that's powerful.
So,
Hmm.
you know,
Okay, that's fine. No, no, no. I'm just saying but there's
so
probably,
that's just
yeah,
where
sorry,
that
no, go
came
ahead, go
from,
ahead.
Mama. I said that's
Ah,
probably maybe where that came from, which what
okay,
you're reading in there is when I was younger,
okay,
because I
okay.
used to have ear problems a lot.
All right. It's transiting your sixth house in retrograde in Leo. Um, so that's good that you're having the exercises and all that stuff, but balancing that because the backbone is tied to this one, like I said earlier. Any sort of stiffness, being, paralysis, that kind of stuff. I'm not saying that it will be, but because it's in retrograde right now, uh, watching out for your heart health is very important. Um, Especially the three layers of the brain. So that means balancing thought with emotion, with sexuality, your needs for basic needs. So it has to be balanced, all three. Um, your whole body, basically. Collagen, joints. I don't know if it's tied to this one. Um, any sort of like body fluids, that's important too. So having a balance of the body fluids. I don't know how to do this medically, but I don't know. I'm seeing here blood, plasma, and lymph, transcellular fluid, the ocular and cerebrospinal fluids, water weight, yeah, the entire brain as well. So pretty much your whole body, but specifically tied to movement and non-movement. So that totally makes sense. It's tied to what we said earlier. Do you take collagen like as a separate supplement? Okay.
I did take collagen years ago, but my body has shifted to be a vegetarian, so I don't eat
Okay.
any meat products except for cheese and butter.
Okay. Okay.
You know,
I switched to had to become vegan years ago. Well,
yeah.
not had to. I didn't realize I was becoming vegan. I was just going. I need to eat less meat because I'm getting gout a lot.
Yeah.
So,
I
yeah.
woke up one morning and my body, I went to eat some meat. My body rejected it. And I went, okay, I guess I'm done eating meat. Cool. And I don't
Oh,
eat eggs or anything anymore. So,
dairy, you're still okay with dairy.
yeah, for the moment in
Okay.
time, because you know what
Okay.
I mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you probably heard of this. Even Dolores Cannon said in her reports that we are coming lighter and lighter and lighter. So, yeah,
Hmm.
that totally makes sense. Okay. Well, you talked about the physiology thing already. Growth development says, oh, that's interesting. I don't know if it ties to you, but we'll see. Okay, this is interesting. Hermaphroditic growth development or development, intersexness or physical changes. That one's given. Biological sex and gender, so changes towards that. Um, okay. Daphne here. No vomiting. Have you been going through vomiting?
I have
No.
been. I've been purging.
Okay.
And if
Okay.
I eat something that my body does not want, it rejects it up
Okay.
instantaneously.
So, do you feel like what about any sort of placebo? Does that help you out with placebo
But
effects, like placebo, like supplements, medicine? Do
okay,
they?
yeah. I
Do
do
they?
like eucalyptus on my temples when I get a headache.
Okay. Okay.
Or I listen to different sounds, or I go out to nature, or you know what I mean. I sit in a hot tub if I can, things like
Okay.
that. I do different
Okay.
things.
And any warts or sort of like with the skin, HPV, H is HPV skin infections.
When I was younger, I had warts on my hands
Okay.
and stuff like that, and
Okay. Okay. Let's see here. I feel like I am giving you a lot of information, but I just want to, what else? Urine, that we already talked about that. Oh, have you been feeling insomnia? Going through insomnia? Okay.
both
Hmm.
sides actually. It's been balanced. Insomnia. I have insomnia for you know what I mean. I can go to sleep, and then all of a sudden I'm
Yeah.
awake, and I'm like, what the heck? And then it goes the other way to where I'll sleep for like 12 hours. So
Okay.
it's
Ah, okay. Okay.
yeah.
Something to do with what about the larynx? Have you been going through that?
Yeah, my throat's actually been sore going through this
Okay.
stuff. So
Okay. Okay.
yeah.
And it says here, this is a weird one for me at least. Dying in your sleep. I don't know if that
Huh.
makes sense. I just, so
That
I
does make
just,
sense. That does make sense. I travel in my sleep.
okay.
Okay. So maybe that may be where that's scared to because my
Maybe.
body rests and
Okay.
my soul travels.
Okay. Have you been feeling more dexterity through your fingers and hands? You feel more flexible, maybe?
Oh yes, actually I started using my mouse with my left hand.
Ah, well, well, I've been
Okay.
using, yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So I switched from using the constant right hand all the time. I said I need to focus and use the other side of my brain.
Hmm.
So it's a whole conscious different. So I've been doing that, and I can
Okay.
write with my left and do different things.
Okay.
So yeah.
All right. Okay, cool. Anything to do with your erogenous zones? Hormone molecules. I'm just gonna say it. Libido. Okay. Telomeres is coming back here, so I feel like I'm definitely gonna. So I also update my. It's not a cheat. It's a cheat encyclopedia. It's like 900 pages of
Yeah.
research. Um. Okay. Let's look at Perun. He was one of the gods, the deities in Western Slavic cultures. Let's see here. Hmm. Cavities? Any sort of cavities? Not necessarily the teeth, but cavities in your body. Something to do with, I don't understand the
Yeah,
medical stuff, but okay, okay, cool. Do you feel you've grown taller? Have you feel like do you measure your height?
I do. Yeah.
Okay,
I
okay,
actually sit up taller and do different things now. I think my legs have actually like stretched out Yeah,
Okay.
it seemed
Oh, no,
weird, but
no, no. Unless you also do yoga, which also stretches you out.
yeah.
So, okay. The cardiac cycle. I don't know if you've been going through that. Like, so has that been affected? Okay. Um, Again, heart conditions. Yeah. Okay. And then the last one, HERA. Something to do with the bones, neural circuits, neural cells. Um, not not that you get this, but mad cow disease, that's not related to you.
Yeah.
Um, let's see here. Any hallucinations at all? Psychosomatic illnesses? No?
Not
Trepanation? Okay. Uh,
not
trep,
when I was
it says here,
sober anyway, put it that way.
there's trepanning. I don't know how to pronounce trepanation or any sort of treepness. Oh, you said epilepsy. This is where it's now it says here. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Epilepsy, depression, out of wedlock pregnancies. Maybe that's something. Maybe that's a parallel life. I don't know. But, okay. So there's that. And then what do we have in the eighth house here? So I think I pretty much said most of them. Do you have any questions? Let me go through, you know what? Let me go through the other stuff. So we have here, uh, Leo. Usually they just recommend herbs here, because Western medicine is more technical. But
Right.
okay, let's look up Leo. Hawthorn. Do you take any hawthorn? Do you?
No.
Okay, that's okay. That's okay. It's a cardiac herb. It
Yeah.
regulates blood pressure. Yeah. So, um, celandine. I don't know. Traditional, specific for multiple gallbladder issues. Okay, might tie in. I'm not sure. Um, Motherwort, specific in some cases of heart palpitations. We did not get heart palpitations earlier.
No. The heart is
Sumac.
something other.
So,
It, it,
okay.
the heart is something else besides palpitations.
I think so. Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Sumac, so cooling and holds fluids in the body. It's good for dehydration. Not that you need that, but water is important, of course. So might be something on the side. I don't know. I mentioned we met a yarrow came up earlier.
Yeah.
Blacksmith's herb for high blood, flushed red face and palms, wounds, and bleeding. Okay. Linden, a calming cardiac herb used in some cases for irregular heartbeat. Okay. Ginger. Well, that's an everyday staple for me. Well, not everyday, sort of, but it says it helps reduce platelet stickiness and arterial plaque.
Okay.
I think that applies to Virgo. Um, let's go into Scorpio. Because Scorpio, you have Scorpio placements here. Here's eighth house. You know what? I am going to go through the eighth house here. Because I feel this is really important. The eighth house is more psychological. You already know this. Let's see.
No, I don't, but I'm just nodding.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's okay. That's
I,
good.
I I was thinking, the more psychological is many times throughout the past, I do a lot of mediumship and a lot of things, and I
Yes.
kept all of that information to myself, and I didn't
Mm,
share it with people. So
hmm.
I do believe part of this thing that I'm going through right now is because I kept all that information trapped inside of my body.
Yeah.
I didn't let it go. I didn't share that information with people. I didn't say, hey, there's an old guy over here that's tapping you on the shoulder saying you're messing up. I didn't give that information to anyone. I just kept it trapped here. And
Yeah.
so I,
Well,
I think,
mm,
so the detox is it's me just giving those messages out nowadays too.
yeah. And that's okay. I mean, I'm not judging you. It's part
I'm
of
not
your
either.
life
It was a
existence.
learning process. People weren't,
Yeah.
I wasn't
Yeah.
ready to share all of those things. I hadn't expanded. into who I am today to be able to have all of that stability and, the knowingness and all that other kind of stuff to just
Yeah.
say, here you go,
Okay.
blah, 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 blah. Okay, have a nice day,
Yeah. Well,
and now I am. So,
yeah, you probably had to go through a lot of detoxing with people and how you communicate and express yourself with them, right? So that explains that, Pluto is very private, especially with Pluto in Libra. It's like there's this sort of yeah. So I can understand. It's totally fine. Um I see here Cupido is in transit to your eighth house. Are you also getting gout?
I hope
Because
not.
okay, because Cupido, I have Cupido in my natal chart in the eighth house, so
Okay.
it's no, it's not in my eighth, it's ninth, but it's square by placements in my sixth house, so that explains the gout thing. But then I also have
Okay.
Saturn placements in my sixth house, so that's the bone thing. But when I read about Cupid, or Cupido is the term, the asteroid name, I'm just like, oh crap, that's where it is. So,
Yeah,
so yeah, so are you aware of what gout comes from?
I'm not.
Okay. Foods that are high in purine.
Okay.
So that's probably why you had to cut down or actually remove meat altogether, because meats tend to be, especially like innards. Um, I ate those when I was young.
I did too.
Um,
Gizzards and oh, good. They were
yeah,
so delicious.
yes, they were. But of course, well, it depends on how they were cooked, right? But at the
Yeah,
same
yeah,
time, um, so my body started rejecting them. So, you're
yeah.
getting gout because high purine. But among the vegetables, cabbage is probably one of the highest, but it's not that bad compared to
Okay.
meats. So, yeah. So purine, because if the body is rejecting purine, or rather, it doesn't metabolize purine and it becomes uric acid, that's the gout. That's
Okay.
what I know. So that's my experience. Okay, let's go into Cupido here. Sleep, we already talked about that. The sexual arousal stuff, it says here, sex and ejaculation, blindness. I'm not saying you're part of that. Um, swollen bellies, malnutrition, being slim, so scrawniness, so basically losing weight, I think. Um,
I am
okay,
actually.
so there you go. It's tied to,
Yeah.
yeah, okay. Because it's in Scorpio. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Trembling or shaking. I mean,
I
going
don't
through.
have too,
Okay.
not too much of that. You know,
Okay.
I can
Okay.
work, but I am starting to, especially when I get tired, or if I, like I said, if I don't slow down, if I do something so fast, because
All right.
that's what I'm used to, then
Yeah.
yeah, my body's like, hey, slow your butt down, lady. Slow down your
Yeah,
pace a little bit.
that's right.
So,
Yeah. So, yeah. Yeah, that's okay. That explains it. Um, Inflamed joints, we already talked about that. So any forms of arthritis is tied to this as well. Rheumatism.
osteoarthritis, yeah.
Oh, okay, there. Sleeping and waking, como revivals.
Hmm.
I'm not sure if it's part of that one. Jaundice. Not sure about that one.
Yeah, I don't need that one. I've known people with that. We're just gonna not allow that one to come into the body.
Yeah, that's okay. It's just really balanced, really, right? So yeah,
Yeah.
that's good. That's good. Let's see here. Before we go into the herbs for Scorpio, I wanted to go into. I know I also said the North Node. Uh, what is this one here? Procedure methods giving birth. You're not giving birth, anything pregnancy related anymore. Okay.
Nope.
DNA strands. Here you go. This is where it applies. Your DNA strands are changing. The genes, stem cells. That's the word I was looking for earlier.
Okay.
Uh, nerve cells, cell walls, exoskeleton, any body part really, blood, molting and shedding. Okay, that's kind of explains that. Exodermis, regeneration is part of that one. Stored energy. There you go. So could be fat or sugar. Uh, Usually I don't give this much detail or reading is for, but then I saw so many asteroids. I was like, okay. Blood is coming back in here again. So bloodstream, blood-borne pathogens, pneumonia, meningitis, um, sepsis, septic shock, endocarditis, or osteomyelitis. I don't know what that is. Uh, Fevers, chills, like you said, you're not getting a lot of the shakes. Hypotension, um, multiple organ dysfunction syndrome. Sorry, not to be scary, but sorry.
And
Um,
no, you're fine.
okay. What is this? Veramias, Fungamias, and Protozoema. Zoemia, let's call these terms. Gram-positive dysfunction syndrome, a gram-positive bacteria, sorry, gram-negative bacteremia, gastrointestinal tract, respiratory tract. You said something about the lungs as well, I think.
Yeah.
Genitourinary tract, hepatobiliary system, salmonella infection, bacteremia risk factors. Um, what else do we get here? Body temperature abnormalities, so your heart rate, breathing, blood pressure, white blood cell count. Um, Nigeria. Bodily fluids, again, water in the body, extracellular fluid, ECF, blood as well, coming back here, interstitial fluid, plasma, osmosis. So hydration, dehydration, we already talked about that one. That's important. Taking care of your brain as well. And because Pluto is conjunct your Mercury as well as from birth, it shows me a lot of like mental detox you've had to go through, right? So,
Oh yeah, a
but
ton.
yeah, but sometimes the mental detox could be more like because there's a desire for control. Pluto is about power. Um, so sometimes anything with the mind specifically, also with the central nervous system, Pluto teaches us also to, well, you already know this, but I'm just reiterating it, even for myself, because I have Sun Pluto placement.
Okay.
And my moon is trines Pluto, so I understand Pluto like unfortunately really well. So the detox thing is like it's important, but sometimes the detox can be it's almost like you're starving the body of necessary bacteria,
Okay.
right? So because there are positive viruses, there are positive bacteria,
Right.
positive things like. So I don't know if you I don't know, do you take any sort of like do you eat mushrooms now? Do you go into
I
mushrooms?
love mushrooms. Yes.
Okay. There you go.
Mushrooms is my number one thing that I eat.
Okay.
Mushrooms,
Okay.
spinach.
Oh, awesome. Look up some
Yeah.
vegan recipes by what's his name? Oh, it's on Facebook. He's really good with his recipes. I love how he
Okay.
works with so many mushrooms.
Yeah, and I
Remind
any kind of
yeah.
mushroom that you I it doesn't matter what it is.
Okay,
I
cool. Okay.
Any kind of mushroom is good for me.
That's cool. Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway, so those I'm digressing, but yeah. Okay, so let's go back to this one here. It's the brain, mouth, lips, tongue, oral cavity, throat, larynx, the epiglottis, we already talked about esophagus. Mm, have you haven't been getting any sort of hypoxic experiences, right? No.
I don't know what hypoxic is.
Like too much holding of the breath. Like
Oh
there's
no.
not enough
Yeah, yeah.
oxygen coming. Okay, so never
Yeah,
mind. Okay,
yeah.
let's skip
Yeah,
that one.
I make sure I breathe.
Okay. 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 That's hilarious.
During meditation,
Um,
during work, that's
that's
one of my main things. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Yeah,
that's cool.
yeah.
Let's see here. Any sort of smoke, tobacco inhalation. That's good. So you don't get exposed to that or anything.
I do actually. I do smoke right now. So
Okay. Minerva. Let's take a look. Minerva. So let's get this. left side of the brain. Something about the left side of the brain. Your nerves, we talked about that a little bit. Nerves and veins.
Hmm.
I say capillaries in Canada, sorry.
It's okay.
um, tissues, mouth, neural networks. We talked about that already. And then Valentine. This one's about love language usually, but
Okay.
medically speaking, again, the heart. Oh, so the eyes are important as well. So I think this one's coming up again. Macular degeneration. I don't know if that's connected to things in your family. I don't know. For some reason, I feel like
Yeah, I think you're right.
it is. Okay. Cataracts. My
Yeah,
grandmother had cataracts.
my mother
Uh,
has them. Yeah.
mm, diabetic retinopathy, glaucoma, nutritional blindness, slow blindness, night blindness. So this one's coming up again. Retinoblastoma, inherited retinal disease, or IRD, retinitis pigmentosa, a lot of them. So anything eye related, that's the point. Um, what is this one? Oh, we did talk about that whole thing, restoration of sight anyways. So
Yeah.
you must have, okay, okay, that makes sense. Mm, dopamine, oxytocin, adrenaline. Are you going through any of that stuff? Okay,
I'm
okay,
not taking anything to go with that, but
that's okay. Okay, let's go into terpsichore. Let's see here. Again, the heart's coming back here. Cardiac cycle, all parts and limbs geared towards movement and mobility. All parts for expression and symbolism. Auditory motor timing or synchronicity. Sensory motor timers. Vocal or motor imitation. Operculum and mirror neurons. Sensory awareness. We get that already. So that one's changing a lot for you. You have your Frigga. The love goddess. Well, she's confused with Freya, but bones, limbs, contractions of the belly muscle are same. Chronic pain, uh, pale or pasty skin. Have your skin been changing a little bit? No.
and my skin's changing. Yeah, but I don't think it's.
Okay. Not
Hopefully, it's not
whitening.
going pale or pasty. Yeah,
No, I don't
I
see.
hope not.
Okay, I don't feel like that. I don't feel okay. The
Uh,
vasovagal syncope, or maybe the nerves. It doesn't see nerves here, but um, heart rate as well. Careful of that one. Hypoglycemia, anemia, um, frostbite. You're not in a cold, right? So blood pressure changes, vitamin D deficiency, uh, arterial blockage of a limb, and blood cancer. Medical astrology is kind of negative. Sorry, I don't want to.
it's all good because it's just validating what my intuition is telling me.
Okay, good. Awesome.
So
And there's a reason why you came to me. So
there is.
I'm being
Yes.
used for this. Okay.
Yeah.
Memory. Has your memory changed?
It has a
Just like,
little bit. Yeah, it's actually increased. I have a
okay.
very, very good memory.
That means your Mercury has shifted most likely into probably going into Scorpio now, or has already passed into Scorpio, meaning progression wise. That means better memory, usually. Um,
Okay.
Not that Libra doesn't have, I'm Libra, but
Right.
Libra, it's air, so it's not really about memory.
Right, right.
Um, yeah. Benign conditions. Sodium intake. Oh, has that been changing?
Yeah.
Okay. Mine
I
has
don't.
changed.
Yeah,
Oh, sorry.
mine's changed a lot. Mine has
Okay.
changed a lot. Yeah.
So does that mean that you go less than 2000 milligrams?
Oh, yes.
Okay, cool.
I don't use salt on anything.
Okay. I
No
have
sodium
to,
on anything. So,
ah,
yeah,
okay.
very rarely do I ever.
Because I have to
Every once
maintain,
in a while.
oh, okay. I have to maintain mine between 1200 and 1500 milligrams because of Meniere's.
Okay.
So But don't you need sodium somehow?
You do need sodium.
So,
And
hmm.
my oh, my body gave me a hard no. I don't need it right now.
Okay,
So
so you
I
fluctuate.
must be getting
Ah.
sodium from, something else that I'm eating. Maybe there's some in my spinach or my mushrooms, or I do
Mm.
eat sourdough bread, and there's
Okay.
probably sodium in there, and there's probably
Okay.
sodium in the cheese and the butter that I eat.
Oh, oh, absolutely. So,
So I don't need the extra because my body's getting enough of it.
okay, so there you go. That's perfect. That's good. That because
Yeah.
so okay, this the cheese will definitely have higher
Yep.
amounts of it. So that's cool. Okay. Um, Celery has highest amount of sodium among all the
Okay.
vegetables, and it actually prevents gout or
It does.
arthritis or something. Well, go ahead.
And
Go
it's
ahead.
really good for a parasite cleanse as well. But my body says, don't you dare do it right now. It won't let me eat celery. My body is so particular right now. It
Ah.
is in such a detox phase that um, I drink bitter root tea or bitter melon tea. I don't know if you've heard about
Oh,
that.
I love bitter melon. I eat
Okay,
bitter
so
melon.
I drink bitter melon tea in the morning, and I started taking pawpaw in the morning.
What's papa? What's that?
I can show you.
Okay.
Maybe. Let me go. I don't know how close I need to get to my camera. Oh,
Okay,
maybe
just
if I come
explain.
back here.
Oh, okay, okay.
There you go.
Okay.
Okay, it's
Yeah.
pawpaw. And it's actually a plant that's native to the United States.
Hmm.
Um, I have bad lighting in here. It's hard to see. Uh, it's derived from the pawpaw. It's I can't even read this.
It's
Maybe
okay.
my eyes are getting worse. Oh, there we go. It's the lighting in here.
It's okay.
It's derived from the twigs of the pawpaw tree, where the bioactive components called antigens are most concentrated and are available exclusively through nature's soulshine.
Oh,
It's herbal cellular support.
okay. That makes sense. Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah. And it's
Mm.
supposed to be a very good cancer cure, cancer fighter
Oh,
for the blood.
yeah, it makes sense. There's a lot of plants and herbs that we don't know about that's in North America that the Native
Yeah.
Americans would use. Yeah. Yeah. Mm. Um, Shins. The shins, were they affected? Have you been getting anything with your shin bone? Okay. Okay. Soles of your feet too. That's a part of a thing I forgot to mention, specifically with the Pisces thing. Nourishment is important, of course, um, because it's an, oh, now Linnea is it retrograde? It's not retrograde. So that means nourishment is something you've already been going through. It's just transiting your eighth house. But and last but not least, we have a dwarf planet, long name, Mbaba Mwamonesa. It's an African goddess.
Wow. Oh,
um,
beautiful goddess.
yeah, Mbaba Mwamonesa. So she's tied to like a lot of the deities that are to do with creation, like the beginning. So she's the
Okay.
essence of things, this kind of stuff. But medically, she is tied to fertility, any sort of pressure, literally pressure. Um, all forms of healing, okay, biological endurance, stamina, circadian rhythm, blood coagulation, bone calcification, collagen. Okay, that's awesome because it just tied in with what we were just talking about earlier. So those are the things with that. And then Scorpio in terms of the herbs, let's see what we get here. Oh, sarsaparilla.
Sarsaparilla.
And
I actually make sarsaparilla tea.
okay,
It's
cool.
quite good.
Good. Blood cleansing, acne, it's for good for that. Sanicle, powerful blood cleanser, antisepsis, assist in autotoxicity related conditions. Okay. Olive leaf kills many kinds of pathogens, bacteria, and viruses without bothering good bacteria. Ooh. I should get one of these.
Yeah.
Um, and cranberry used for UTI. Not that you need that. Yellow dock, specific for intestinal colonic bleeding and ulcers. The maca root, but it says here marshmallow. I believe it's similar then, I guess. I don't know. I heard maca root is similar to marshmallow. I don't know.
Marshmallows. Yeah.
Yeah. Soothing to dry, inflamed mucous membrane of the digestive and urinary tracts. Highly touted for herbalists for the Virgo malady diverticulitis.
Okay.
May all
Diverticulitis.
mm, may also assist irritation of the descending colon, Scorpio and Scorpio governed urinary tract. Mm, it's not big on your chart though, but Venus does rule your eighth house, so Libra. Yeah, so it is. But you never really had any of that stuff, right? Urinary related stuff, because yeah.
No,
Kelp.
I've always
Oh,
drank
sorry.
lots of fluids. I've always drank lots of fluids.
Yeah, so that's good.
Even when I drank a lot of alcohol, I trained myself to drink a glass of water for every alcohol beverage I drank.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
good. Like even when you were out, like in the bar or whatever
Even
time.
when I was out at the
Awesome.
bar, wherever, playing darts, whatever I was doing, people would laugh at me and say, "Why are you?" I'd have a glass of water and I would drink the whole glass of water with the beer I drank.
Okay.
I did go to
So
the bathroom a lot, but I didn't have a hangover the next day, and my body stayed hydrated. So,
did you get the buzz still though?
oh yes,
That's
and probably
interesting. That's very
and probably more because I had extra fluids in my system.
yes, that totally makes sense. That's a good
Yeah,
idea. I'm gonna tell my we
yeah.
call each other. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna tell my man.
You should
Yeah.
for every alcohol you drink, have a 16-ounce glass of water, and
Okay.
and and I put a straw in my water glass because I could drink it faster that way.
Okay.
So that way, I would make sure that I would be able to drink the water with the alcohol.
Okay. Okay. He can be quite stubborn. He's Leo though.
Yeah,
He's they don't
but
like
it
looking
does
bad in
work.
front of people. I'm pretty sure it does. I should have done that. Man, I should have met you before.
Because
Um,
I had quite a problem with alcohol for a long time. So
okay. But I definitely
I was
don't
quite
want
a
to
drinker for.
I definitely can't drink alcohol at all anymore. I don't risk it because of it doesn't just give me
I
gout.
don't either.
It affects my Meniere's. So yeah, so there you go. So you don't need it anyways.
Yeah,
It's
I haven't
rotten.
drank in
Yeah.
about 6 years. I haven't drank in over 6 years now.
Oh, there you go. That's go.
So
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I'm sure there's other ways of getting a buzz, right? I mean, come on.
Oh, you can get high on life.
Yeah, exactly.
You get high on life.
Yeah, yeah. But since, by the way, so since we were talking earlier, the first thing I mentioned was seaweed, right? And then comes kelp here.
Right.
Yeah, it says
Yeah.
normalizes.
I actually have kelp over here in my.
Oh,
I'm gonna have to make some
I
kelp,
want to. Oh,
some
I
kelp
want some
soup.
kelp. So good. And you would, especially if it's the dried stuff like seaweed, you already have enough sodium there too. So that's
That's what
wonderful.
I got. Yeah.
hmm this one's a common one, garlic. Okay. Um, and horseradish has come back up again. Um, lemon juice and sea salt. This one's a weird one. But you say you don't need extra sodium. But it says here, possesses alkalizing effects. Do you have any placements? You don't have
Yeah, my
strong
body doesn't
placements?
want to. Yeah, my body
Yeah.
doesn't want to be alkalized right now because it won't let me drink alkalized water or anything. Right, so it doesn't
Ah,
want the alkaline right now.
okay, that's totally fine. Because that means maybe you're too alkaline, maybe because you do the breathing, the water. Do you drink you have you used to did you used to drink alkalized water before? Like have you heard of Kangen water from Japan? It's like a
Uh-uh.
machine that actually alkalizes water. It's private. It's sold privately. You won't get it in the market. It's just through in person.
Okay.
Yeah. So, anyways, okay, that totally makes sense. If you're not getting the alkalized, if you don't need it, that's totally fine. So, so I wanted to quickly, are we okay for time? Are you okay now? Like, you gotta go? Because
Yeah, I'm okay. Yeah, I'm
okay,
good. I don't have to. I don't have to work today or anything. I'm good.
Okay.
I'm gonna let
Okay,
my dog
let's.
out real quick though.
Okay, sure.
Let me open the door. There you go. How do you like that? I spilt my tea. Sorry about that.
It's okay. It's okay.
Don't want to leave it on the floor.
Mhm. All right. So I did notice that there's two asteroids that I noticed conjunct your north node. So to me, you're familiar with the north nodes and the nodes, obviously, right? So
Some, yeah, yeah.
yeah. So in this life, in this incarnation, um, at least I'm just gonna try to tie it to health as well. I notice
Okay.
here with Adrastea, she's conjunct your north node. She represents biological assimilation. So photosynthesis, nitrogen fixation, nutrient absorption. So it is part of your path that you're here to learn but she's also tied to service and duty, certain obligations like family, taking care of other people, adoption. Um, so it could be like back before you had to suppress a lot of what you wanted for yourself, especially which
Hmm.
affected your health. So now it's almost like you are being called to do the opposite, or I wouldn't say necessarily opposite, but embrace things of the past that you can learn from and then keep it towards the path ahead, if that makes sense.
Okay. It's
And
almost like
also
a switch flipped, and instead of
yes,
people
yeah,
pleasing all the time, it's
yeah,
time for people to help me and and
yes,
and, and
yeah,
please me instead, kind of thing.
yeah, yeah, because I
Okay.
mean, well, you're also learning a lot about the complexities of life now, because back in your past parallel lives, it was more about the simplicity of things,
Right.
everything was more about, I believe, because in this life, your north node is in tied to the ninth house cusp. Um, the past was more about learning that came, I would say, easy to you. That was kind of simple things, simple building of your, what do you call this? What would usually come naturally is having things that are things that you experience when it comes to learning or mm, your immediate environment was always kind of just like, here's my boundary, here's where it is, and this is what it is. But then you're being called, your soul wants you to go, no, you got to go fucking beyond that. You got to like, so it's almost like complete overhaul of your beliefs, complete overhaul of, so that also means like health wise, the things you really had to put in your body was just like, they tasted good. That's wonderful. Great. It's simple. But now it's more like, shit, it's not as simple anymore. So real like, and again, detox is part of that as well, right? So that totally explains everything. Um, but also having those boundaries still there, because I'm seeing here Cerberus is inner truth. Cerberus was the guard dog in the underworld, but
Okay.
he's also about Jaws. He's also about raw meat, that kind of stuff. So that explains why you've had to go through toxicity because it meant that you had to release all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
That totally makes sense. Also being more calm. Right? The Cerberus he was lulled by the story was that he was lulled by Orpheus because Orpheus had to go through the underworld to find his lover. So
Okay.
you had to go to, so Cerberus represents boundaries, blocks, delays, um, this kind of stuff. Um, so being also mindful of watchful of the things you put in your body. Specifically in this case, not so much health related. It is health related, but more to do with your philosophy. Um, to do with you're really here to actually encourage yourself to go into like it's almost like, and this is kind of funny because we get poked fun at this for doing this, kind of like the hippie, the
Yeah,
hippie lifestyle. I don't know if I should mention to you permaculture. Have you heard of this term?
I have.
Okay. Okay. Because I'm learning about this right now. I'm studying it. I really want to be like that. So yeah. And it can be quite complex for you, for people. Like for you, it's you're tied to your North Node in Scorpio, which is complexities, but
Yeah.
catharsis as well. Which is in a way actually okay for the Virgo sun because it's like, it's okay. I don't mind that. Um,
Yeah.
yeah. Um, what else am I seeing here? Keeping in mind also the warning signs that come to you, like being kind of again watchful. I'm seeing here watchdogs, watchers, so guardianship, guardians, having gates, blockades if you need to, right? That's part of that. Because even though Taurus, which is your self node, is often about also boundaries, Taurus doesn't really, Taurus tends to be stubborn about what it wants. It's really stubborn.
Yes. About what
Yeah,
they want, and then they are willing to do anything to get what they
yeah,
want. If
yeah,
they said,
yeah.
yeah, yeah,
But in this case, Scorpio is saying, no, you gotta die to those things. You still can have boundaries, but what's real boundaries? Like genuine cathartic boundaries, if that makes sense, right? So
uh-huh,
um it shows why you're also into the spiritual stuff here, because you most likely activated all your clairs, or it says here clairaudience, but that's just here, but I'm seeing here. I feel like I had to say all of it. So
yeah, you're
mm,
correct. Yeah.
okay, cool. What else did I see here? Adrastia, Lancelot. Ooh, the savior of people, the hero archetype. Um, have your sexuality, has it changed?
Oh, it has changed actually. It has
Okay,
changed. In the
okay,
past, I did a lot of things. I actually, yeah, we're just gonna leave it at that.
okay. That's fine.
Since you're
That's fine. That's
recording
fine.
this, I can tell you that on the
Uh,
side. But yeah,
yeah,
and
yeah.
now it's completely different than what it was. Yeah,
Okay, okay. So there's a lot of things in the Scorpio placement. There's a lot of things that are very dark as well, but that means it goes dark into our soul. Like, I don't know if you're doing shadow work. You've done shadow work?
yeah,
Okay, that's yeah, helps a lot. Yeah.
it
Um,
does.
so so working with magic is also probably included here as well. One of your parents might have passed away. Um, let's see here. I don't want to get too much into dark stuff, but it's quite dark. With Lancelot, he had a lot of issues. Um, but I want to tie this to the health stuff because I feel like it is. Sexual abstinence, we talked about that. Hermitude. Do you work with dragons, giants, and
I
ogres?
do. Oh, dragons, yes,
Okay.
yes, I do. Yeah,
But giants and ogres? No?
and giants and ogres too. Yes,
Okay. Okay. Okay.
yes,
So see, sustenance and magic is part of this. So it's magic that's tied with, you know, physical things, material things, not just alchemy per se.
yeah. It's not just in the energy alchemy. It's actually putting things together, lighting candles, holding rocks and stones.
Hmm.
Writing things down on different herbs and bay leaves and stuff like
Hmm.
that, and then working with the dragons and the ogres and things like that.
Okay. Awesome. So there you go. Um, experiencing opposites as well. Of course, as part of that, that's shadow work. What is this one here? Trying to tie it to the medical stuff. Okay, so the alcohol is definitely part of that. It says here, vitamins and minerals, nutrition and nutrients, supplements, again, energy absorption, recovery of any kind, medically and physical recovery, weight loss. It says here, quivering. That's interesting. Um, what is this? Oh, keep going.
That
Mm,
actually makes sense because I'm very kinetic with my body,
mm,
very, very kinetic. And
mm.
sometimes when I go to certain places, my body will actually quiver. So
Ah, that makes
the
sense.
energy
Yeah.
there. So then I have to leave and ground myself or whatever I need to do.
Mhm,
And
mhm,
then sometimes I can enter again, and sometimes I just don't because the
mhm,
energy is not okay for me to enter.
mhm. So your joints must have loosened now. Do you feel like that? Because it's tied to the hypermobility.
Mm-hmm. They have
Okay.
loosened, yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Um, were you the firstborn or fourth
Yeah, I was.
child, maybe? Oh, okay.
Well, I was
Okay.
a firstborn from my mother, yes.
Okay. Okay.
I was the third from my father.
Okay. Any loosening process that includes bowel movements, solvents. Yeah.
And
Like,
things are pretty loose right now.
okay. That's
Vegetarian diet,
okay.
things are
That's okay.
pretty loose. Not
I'd,
terrible.
yeah, I'd prefer that over tightness because
I
it's just
agree wholeheartedly.
constipation. It's just, yeah. So, what else did I see here? Is this Taiki? Oh, Taiki is tied to swimming. Hmm. And sports and that kind of stuff. Rivers, athletic competitions. I don't know if you went through those
Oh yeah.
or
I'm a water
again.
dog. I have the Pisces rising, so the water is water.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's cool.
Yeah,
Um, since you're the Wheel of Fortune, I forgot what that means. I think it's more like being in control of your choices that you make that tie in with what your higher self is calling you to do. It's like co-creation, right? So it's, you know what I'm saying? Like we
yeah,
are in charge, but we're also not in charge. It's like destiny, fate and free will are two sides of the same coin.
right,
Um, let's see what else here. Horn of plenty. So having, you know, believing in, that abundance comes in many forms, right?
right.
Yeah. You know about Bashar. You've heard of Bashar.
I have
Okay.
heard of
I
Bashar.
love
Actually,
I love
I
his
just
stuff. Yeah.
watched an interview with him not very long ago.
Okay.
Yeah,
Like with him, or you mean like Daryl Anka, the channeler?
Daryl Inca,
Oh,
and
okay. Okay.
yeah,
So was
and
he
Bashar
channeling?
came through. Yeah, he
Oh, okay.
did.
Bashar came. Okay. 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 Cool.
It was an interview with Daryl Inca, and then the other part of it was Bashar.
Ah, okay. 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 Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I love getting his messages. He's very straightforward, and yeah. Um, what else do I see here? Taiki. Addresses, service. Oh, Odin is tied to this one. Oh, I love Odin. Odin is tied to my Norse node as well. I don't know if you ever. Odin is quite picky. He likes apparently alcohol. I don't believe in those kinds of. You don't have to appease, you know, call this part of ourselves to get the message, right? Because some people takes. I'm not trying to judge people who take ceremonies too seriously, but because I'm like, why would I buy alcohol just to connect? I'm just like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's
Right.
not
Right.
always necessary. So um
And the way I believe is that you can tap into the alcohol without drinking the alcohol.
exactly. Yeah, that's right.
Okay, you can
Yeah,
say, "Hey,
yeah,
I offer you." You know what I mean?
yeah. Hmm.
Without drinking it,
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
I think that
So
yeah, he agrees. That works quite well.
okay. So do you work with Odin? Or do you
I work
yeah?
with a foundation of so many different things.
Okay.
And a lot of them don't have names.
Yeah,
They
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 don't need
don't
to have
they
names.
don't
No.
want to get names. So
Hmm.
it's different energies.
Hmm.
Um, and I noticed that as I let go and I don't question, I just do.
Hmm.
Um, More things are working with me all of the time.
Absolutely. That totally makes sense.
Okay,
Yeah.
so more things are working with me because I just quit questioning it. And
Hmm.
if you haven't noticed, my voice changes when I work with different things.
A little
Um,
bit. Yeah, I noticed it. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, you noticed it today. Okay, so
Yeah.
like uh, Elmoira is one of the things that I work with. Um, a lot of different things like that.
Okay.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, and
That's
my
cool.
voice will actually change depending on
Mhm.
what comes through me.
Okay.
It used to scare the BS out of me, and I do believe that I even when they
You
were
can.
younger
Yeah.
growing up. But
Yeah.
I've become quite okay with it now. I just let it happen. I don't stop it. So
Hmm.
yeah.
Yeah. No, total makes sense. Because I mean, I have my thing where it's just, I mean, I guess you could say that astrology is my comfort zone, but not really, because I mind the research I've been doing with the asteroids is pre-downloaded. Um, I don't know about voice changes, but people have seen like different image,
Hmm.
like it's
Yeah.
so. Yeah.
I
I
get that
wanted.
too.
Mm,
I get that too. People have actually told me, "You're my. Do I know you? You're my mother." In my, they'll see something else on me,
mm,
and then I'm like, no, I'm. And they're like, "Where did it go?" And they get startled because they actually seen something. They seen a different face.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
That totally makes sense.
yeah,
Yeah. I feel like there's something about shape shifting there, but I'll have
yeah. There
to
is.
do it. Okay. I'm
Yeah,
just because I'm looking at your North Node because Odin is the one that surprised me. Do you practice Akashic record reading? You
I'm
do?
working on that. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, you're working
Akashic
on it.
records,
Okay,
readings. Yeah.
because he's about that. But also
Okay.
mediumship, divination, mediumship, sharpening your skills. He's also
Hmm.
tied to that. I'm recently working on the runes. I actually came up with my own sort of set from wood. It's not runes, it's the ogams. It's the
Okay.
Celtic stuff.
Yeah.
Because
Yes. Yes.
I feel strongly connected to Celtic culture. Like it was one of my past parallel lives. And
You're correct.
yeah, so
Yeah.
yeah. But in this life, Odin is strong. So that includes also like Germanic cultures. So yeah, it's a long story. But anyways, but Odin is like that. So I was, yeah. So remember we talked about the blindness before, something about the eyes.
Hmm.
I think for you, it's not literal blindness. It's, yeah, it's, you know what I'm saying? Like, does that make sense?
It's spiritual blindness.
Yes. So there you go.
Yes.
So, mhm.
Yes, because there's lots of seers, people that can see ghosts and see different energies and see dragons and those kind of things. And when I
Yeah.
was younger, I could.
Oh,
Okay, and so I could talk about all these things when I was a little girl and the animals and spirit guides and things like that. And as I got older, I lost that.
are you, do you sense you're getting it back? I feel like I'm
I
hearing
Oh
gateway.
yes, thank you. I'm getting it back. Yay. I'm so excited I'm
I'm
getting it
hearing
back.
gateway. There's something, I'm
Yeah,
seeing this gate going like this.
yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I do believe that I'm getting it back, but I needed to lose that for a moment so I could hone the skills with my body and with being able to use my other senses to pick up these different energies so I could have the other
Mm,
stuff heightened, if that makes sense,
yeah. Yeah.
instead of being able to have the vision.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. That's the
Mm,
messages, that they let me know about. So
mhm,
that's
mhm.
exciting news. I get to have that back. Yay.
Do you, so I feel like Odin and Eros as the two deities, you can work with them.
Okay.
But there's something about Eros. Eros doesn't really reveal himself that often, even though he's like the god of love. He's but Eros is also a primordial being according to the myth, but that means that I feel like kind of a mist feeling, sort of like it's gonna come to you when you let it, but it's tied to your traveling.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
That
tied to your
makes sense.
traveling. So
That makes sense.
yeah,
Who travels with me then? That makes complete sense. Okay.
yeah. So there you go.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Um, do you do you get ravens, wolves, or horses? Any of the three?
I do.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's Odin coming through, I would say.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just had ravens the other day, and it's the strangest thing because they usually don't come to Arizona. And we had three of them that flew right over where I'm living. And they actually stopped and sat in the trees. So
Well, that's I didn't know you live in Arizona. So does that mean that you've done ayahuasca?
I have done ayahuasca.
Okay, because that's tied to that. Medicinal drugs, it says here. So, yeah.
Yeah, ayahuasca and peyote and yes.
Okay. Do you get to practice like past life recall? For me, that's fun. I'm not saying for
It
fun. I'm
is
not
fun.
used. Yeah. Because I've accessed people's like I swear I'm supposed to be doing Akashic records, but there's a friend who wants to learn astrology through me, and then she said she'll also teach me Akashic records. She's an Akashic reader.
Okay.
Um, but she's been going through a lot of heavy physical, like health related stuff. Like
Oh, yeah.
she doesn't physically eat. She has to have it. So I was just like, oh, it must be so draining. So I was just like, okay. I tell her, I just support her. I'm just present with her. I just said, how are you doing? Da, da, da. That's totally fine. But I can see, sorry, I tend to do this a lot. I digress. And then but I
Yeah,
see the connections.
I
And
do too. Yeah.
yeah, okay. So there you go.
Yeah,
So,
I've done past life readings for people and everything that I do is natural. I haven't ever been trained. I haven't ever,
fine, you don't need to.
studied or
Yeah.
anything like that. So it's just
Hmm.
who I am.
Yeah.
And I get different visions if people ask me questions or things like that, where I
Hmm.
can
Hmm.
actually see people standing on mountaintops next to a dragon because they were dragon riders and you know, their big past lives come to me like that. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
If they ask
Hmm.
me something like, if they were a farmer or something, it's like I'm like, yeah, you were a farmer, or, you were a witch, or you were this, but their big past lives is what comes to me more
Hmm.
than the simple things, the little easy ones.
Oh, I mean
It
like the
must be
everyday human lives best.
the everyday, yeah, the everyday human lives. It's like, okay, yes, you were that, yes, you were that, yes, they're connected. I said, no, they killed you, they burned you at the stake, those kind of, and they're looking at me like, this is so okay, you're so easy about it. And I'm like, yeah, but their major past lives is where I get my visions from,
Okay.
or
That
my
makes sense.
the big things, like if they were giants, or if
Ah.
they were mermaids, or things like that. The different, and I've met a
Hmm.
lot of people that were and still carry that energy in this life. You know,
I'm wondering if I could do a quick tap into your past, your south node here, without looking at my cheat sheet. Oh, that was a dark past. You have a dark past. Your parallel lives, it was very either there was a lot of wrath, anger, or vengeance.
all of the above.
Right.
Yeah,
Because it's tied to the Furies. Mhm. What else do I see here? But you're also loving. You're very much of service to others. You're Isis and Hera. Oh, that's heavy stuff. Heavy
it's
shit.
heavy.
Like,
Yeah,
oh
it's heavy.
God, a lot of resentment. Oh, I'm feeling resentment. Like I'm feeling there's a lot of that stuff that's carried from past lives. Like you were you like ignored in past lives? You were
I was.
uh-huh. Okay, I see here.
So I
Yeah.
actually feel on top of the hill who lived on top of the hill in the woods, and they would bring me their child to save them.
Yeah.
And I remember that they burned me inside of my house after I saved their child.
Uh,
That was one past life. So
mm.
I had a lot of past lives like that.
Oh, you were, mm, you were an advisor
Hmm.
somehow, like a advisor for someone, and you actually had, but the thing is, people might have questioned your multiple abilities. Very gifted in past lives, but at the same time, what am I seeing here? Like you had questions about being connected to nature. So I think you, in a way, there's a part of you that hid that. And there was a part of you that went into helping others and probably getting into a lot of the sciences because you didn't want to reveal a lot of your spiritual, metaphysical side to you, right? Um,
You're right. Yep.
so okay, I can see the burning here would, yeah, okay. You're also, yeah, you're very much everywhere. You're also
Uh-huh.
on a sexual level, you're pansexual.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay. But a lot of stuff, you're very connected to the earth. You're very connected to and but it's almost like because you were so connected to that, it's almost people accused you of, I don't see witchcraft here, but I see that they were jealous of you,
They were
highly
very
jealous of
jealous
you.
of me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very jealous of me. And
Yeah.
and back in those days, if you knew herbs and you're
Yeah.
very connected to nature, you were considered a witch.
Yeah.
Because I healed people and I talked to the plants and the animals and those kind of and they talked to me,
Makes
you know,
sense.
and I know that. I've seen it. I've seen some of my in a very you know, and not only in a spiritual way but a scientific way as well.
Yes, 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 yes.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
you're act Have you ever talked to the god, the Egyptian god or deity Ptah?
Ooh, but good.
He came before Ra. He was
Okay.
the original god of creation. He was it. So if you ever, ooh, I'm major goosebumps.
Yeah,
So
me
that's
too.
where you get a lot of your skills. So I feel like a lot of that stuff, you're honing a lot of that now. So that's when I said earlier about having boundaries. Keep that. Keep
Yeah,
having the boundaries. You just get to choose now who you talk to, you get to choose to who you, right? Um, and when it comes to traveling, go crazy. Like I mean,
I'm going to.
and
Yeah, yeah. I've already gone a little crazy. You know what I mean? I've gone. And people look at me and said, "What are you doing, Gypsy? You're going here again. You're going there again." You know, and I'm
okay,
looking forward to that. I have a my service dog here. He's aging and he he won't make it through the summer. So once that happens, then I'll be free to travel more because he doesn't travel
okay.
like he used to anymore.
That's okay.
He's
That's okay.
and that's
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah,
So yeah, a lot of stuff that, and it's okay. Yeah, it's part of the process. I'm a little bit more on. I'm actually excited for you because you have this abil potential to. When I say go crazy, I mean, do you plan on moving
I do.
outside? Okay, okay,
Actually, I have I have a we see new location coming up very soon.
sure.
Yes, I know this.
Um,
I know where I'm at in Arizona right now is a landing area.
hmm,
I needed to come back here so I could close a couple of loops
oh,
and finish some things that I started so I could close those things so
yeah.
I can move on.
And Bashar's ship is above Sedona.
Yeah, I know.
You're
I've been
right
to
there.
Sedona and
Uh,
I'm right here. Yeah,
okay, yeah. I've actually
yeah,
been looking into like ley lines, not looking into it, but I don't know. Apparently dowsing rods help with those, but and I could
they
make
do.
my own, and I don't know how to make my own with wires. They said wire hangers, but I'm like,
Hmm.
my friend has who's also Virgo. she has copper dowsing
Yeah,
rods. Because I've been wanting to figure out how to find uh ley
the ley
lines.
lines.
Because I mean I live far from places and I don't drive and
Okay.
I'm so rebellious when it comes to systems. I don't like the systems. I mean,
I understand that
I
wholeheartedly.
know, I know, I know, I know. People with moon and Sagittarius understand me. I know. Get me?
Yeah, I understand it wholeheartedly.
So, so, but I didn't want to sacrifice more than what I had to before. I did try getting, anyways, long story. I don't want to give my whole story, but I'm just saying that I've also been called to move as well,
Yeah.
or at least find freedom in actual moving. Like, because I've already been learning a lot of like more like internal freedom. Now it's more
Hmm.
like, oh, getting into my more like divine masculine because I'm stronger in the divine feminine, really creating and stuff like that. So, yeah. Anyways,
You
so
need to travel.
yes, yeah,
You need to
it's
travel,
really,
and you can start off slow. Just go a little place away,
oh, yeah, yeah, yeah,
you know,
yeah. I
instead
have
of going
left,
someplace far. But
yeah.
you know,
I think there's a part of me that resists traveling within the city because I'm like, ew, I'm still in the city.
it's
But
actually quite amazing, though, if you go find the nooks and the crannies and the old places, because I've actually traveled, I go to Phoenix sometimes and I'm like, okay, Spirit, where do I need to go? I don't have a place to go. I'm like, where do we need to go today? And it'll take me down these crazy routes and I'll see these amazing houses or a little park, a little nook and cranny that most people don't even know exist. So look for those places
okay, okay, cool.
in the city
Yeah.
because that'll help you when you're traveling in the city. Don't go to the major tourist or the major places that everybody goes to.
Okay.
Find the backwoods place,
Mm.
the little library that's tucked way over there in the corner or something, the little bookstore,
Oh,
or the
okay.
little
Okay.
mystic shop that's way away from the main heart of the city.
Okay.
Talk to that's how you can travel in the city. That'll help you.
Okay. Thank you. Well, there's a reason why there's that too. So thank you. I appreciate
You're
it.
very welcome.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah,
very much drawn to traveling and but also connecting with well, that's the thing with connecting with people sometimes. Sometimes it's like because I'm very idealistic, but at the same time you have idealism too. So but it's like so I don't know if ever no, I don't think I've ever mentioned it. No, um when I say travel, I mean like the best experience I've had with traveling was when I was able to use my Italian in Italy. But for me now, I it's tied to confidence where I don't believe in the old system of like, when you have to go to classes and all that stuff. I treat it like I acquire language like as if I'm a toddler.
yeah.
That's how I see it. And so but it's in the process right now, growing and all that stuff. And I have my channel and all that stuff. So, two channels rather. And then, so, yeah, anyways, I don't want to give my life story, but I'm just saying
It's okay.
I can understand it. So, but yeah.
Yeah,
Anyways, we'll talk
yeah.
more later. But, the reason mentioning the whole travel thing is if you have questions about travel, I can do those things as well for you through astrology.
Okay,
I actually do
okay.
like, people say, I don't know if you've heard of astrocartography.
I have
No.
actually. I looked mine up, and Arizona is not the place for me to live, from everything that I
Oh,
understand. But I'm
okay.
not. You know what I mean?
Okay.
You know it
Because I
much
can
better than I do.
Because I can look into what I do is I do astrocartography mixed with what I call sinestrocartography, where you look
Okay,
at a place and how you fit in with that place.
okay,
Cities and provinces and states are hard to find because of the time and all that stuff, but there are asteroids for certain places in the world. So
okay,
I've done a reading where I've done their astrocartography chart, but I've also inserted the asteroid for that place and seeing, and it was magic. But because the list of asteroids for places aren't that many, because it's all based on the astronomical community. They say,
Right, right,
are
right.
we going to name it for this place? So there's not always that. But at the same time, there are also the planets and the signs. So we can always coincide with which works. At the very least, get
Yeah.
to as close to the place as possible, if you want. So we can do
Yeah.
that. I'll have fun with that. So yeah,
Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, sure.
sure. Yeah.
I'm in for that because I know that this area where I'm at is a landing area. I know it's not permanent. I know I'm not staying here permanently.
Mm,
Um, and I'm okay, you know what I mean? I've become okay with the not knowingness, as Bashar
mhm.
says, the not knowing. And a lot of channelers say the same thing, the not knowingness.
Yeah.
People are like, well, aren't you well, where are you going next? I said, I don't know, but I know that this area is a landing area and it's only temporary. Well, how long are you going to be here? I said, I don't know. When spirit calls, I'll be gone. And they're like,
Mm,
how can you do that? And I said, because I don't know how it's easy. It's easy to do that for me. But I
mhm.
kind of have a little gypsy in my blood too. So
That's
that
fine.
kind of
Yeah.
helps, you know.
Are you? I heard Cairo earlier. That's the word Cairo. There's something about chiropractic.
Cairo, huh? I wonder what I'm gonna have
Because
to look that up.
it's tied
Cairo.
to Chiron. Chiron, the centaur planet. Um, so it's a lot to do with healing, a lot to do with integration, a lot to do with being a teacher somehow, but not necessarily being a teacher. It's not that. It's for you. It's more about the integration. But I feel like there's something. I feel like it's tied to the travel.
I think it is tied to the travel, and I think I am supposed to do mediumship in the things that I do
Yeah.
as I travel and bring those stories to people. I
Yeah.
think that's going to be part of my traveling. And I don't know if you know or not, but I write music and I create
Oh,
songs and I write stories every day and I do an image. So
okay. That's
that's part of
interesting.
the things that I do. I do storytelling through music and stories.
That's very interesting how we met because I'm an instrumental musician.
Okay, see? Okay, so this is great. Okay, so maybe we need to work together because,
Sure.
at this point in time, I'm using AI
Hmm,
to create my music, which is a great tool for me.
hmm,
Um, because I don't have access to the bands and the musicians and the things like that to create the music right now.
mhm. Yeah, that's okay. That's totally fine. Yeah, we could always
Yeah,
like, yeah, could always, we'll find something that, works together. Like I haven't worked with AI directly, but I have used like other things like background music, especially when I my channel, all that stuff. But I feel like there's a bit of it that's like very limiting. I don't know what it is. There's something that's gonna come and it's gonna be bigger than that.
it
But I
is
don't
going to
know
be
what it is.
bigger than that. It is
Yeah.
going to be bigger. I'll share my SoundCloud with you
Sure. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
because
yeah. That would
I have albums that I just created and I just released.
cool.
So
Sure,
you,
sure. Yeah,
you,
yeah. I
yeah,
have
yeah,
to
you'll kind of see where I'm coming from, and
yeah.
I do every genre, all the
Okay.
way from Celtic to Indian to rap to reggae to
Okay.
it all depends on what the story is and what I'm writing
Hmm.
about and how I'm doing that day. So I
Okay.
think that's going to be part of my traveling as well.
Hmm. Okay. Yes, yes, I can see it. It's what is it here? Um, I saw something in your chart. What was that I saw here? Because your sun is in the seventh, it's a lot to do with artistry as well. But um, there's something here. Where's you're more of a kind of a Libra than a Virgo. So that's why you like the nature, you like balance, you like harmony, you like it resonates with your heart. But because your sun is most likely moved into, has it moved into, let me double check the website here. Second here. Let's look at your progress chart. So I feel like I'm being told to go into this and okay, let's see here. Do we have yeah, it's in Scorpio. But I want to see if it's like what Dwad is this in? Are you familiar with Dwads?
I'm not, no.
It's when
And
you divide oh sorry, go ahead.
unconsciously, yes. Consciously, no.
Okay. So you're kind of aware that it's the 12 signs in one sign, right? So
Okay.
yeah, so that means that if it's in Scorpio, the first 2.5 degrees are that sign, and then it moves on to the next sign 2.5 degrees later.
Okay.
So with your sun progressed into what is this now? 8 degrees, 27 minutes in Scorpio. That's what is this one? Just before, sorry. It's in Gemini. So you're very curious. You resonate with a lot of that curiosity about learning about yourself and resonate with transformation because it is going through your eighth house. But I believe that, let's take a look. Your actual progress chart. Ah, okay. Focusing a lot on the healing. That's what I heard Chiron. Okay, there you go. Your sun is in progressed into Scorpio, um, in the sixth house. So service is still important, but you want service that is more, what do you call this? Revolutionary. You want healing that
Yeah.
is revolutionary for people. Watch out for, of course, you know this already. There will be the public image you have. People might think, people already feel like you're weird, and that's okay.
Oh yeah. That's okay.
So,
I don't care.
but that's part of the healing. That's part of the healing thing. Your
Yeah.
midheaven is square your Chiron. This is why I was getting Chiron. I was like, why am I hearing Chiron? I was like, chiropractic? What the heck is going on? So when I heard that, I was like, and there's Saturn too. It's square to your Saturn. So there's something about solidifying your home base with your mission. Let's call it mission. Stephen Forrest, an evolutionary astrologer, said that um, the midheaven is more like a mission, not so much a career vocation. It is,
Okay.
but it's more about what you hear. It's progressed into Aquarius, but it's square. You have a grand square here to Leo. Actually, it's funny because Aries, Aquarius, and Scorpio. So you're here to revolutionize, at least for yourself, what is cathartic healing. So, let's see here. Where's Pluto? It's right there. Okay, yeah. So it's Pluto. Your Pluto is conjunct your moon right now. A lot of the emotional stuff that's going through, a lot of intense emotions, but your work, when you do it through, you're actually mastering your emotions more. You've gone through this already before, but you're doing it again because now you're mastering your emotions more, which actually ties in with your health as well. So it ties
Yeah.
in with the reading for today. So, and working with the limitations of expansion where it's more like internal expansion, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, a burst of energy that comes through, ideas that come through that's more inspired from within, especially from mind, sort of the
Hmm.
mind, but also through, I guess, learning from the inflammations that you've gone through, any sort of slowness you have to go through, um, the limitations you have probably of the heart and where you want to has its purpose. Um, and again, solidifying, so calcifying is what I'm getting here of your home base, meaning your home base, meaning like yourself. You're getting to know yourself a lot even more than before. And yeah, if that makes
Yeah.
sense.
It does make sense. Yeah. I'm definitely getting to know myself personally and what I want, what I don't want, what I'm willing to put
Mhm.
up with, what I'm not willing to put up with.
Yeah.
All of those, all of those kind of things. And I'm
Mhm.
definitely mastering my emotions. I have to agree with that because I've went all the way from one extreme all the way to the other recently. And I'm like, whoa, okay, this is great. I'm just gonna let this one go there, let the yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, and the
But
shadow side as well,
yeah.
because I got my past life haven't always been the nicest. I know I was an Amazon woman, a warrior. I know I
Oh,
was a
that explains
dragon rider.
Diana. Okay, that's I saw
Yeah,
Diana.
yeah, yeah. I know I was one of those. I know I was a dragon rider. I know I was a dragon. I know I was quite a warrior, and I know that I took a lot of lives. And I did things out of vengeance and I did things out of anger and I know that. But I also know that it was the times and I needed to do those things in order, you can't have the good without the bad kind of thing, one of those kind of things. So
I just
it's
I
the
just saw a
process.
cauldron behind you. I'm seeing a
Yeah.
cauldron behind you. It's almost like I'm hearing mash dispels. I'm hearing mash dispels, mishmash dispels, or something like that. That's what I'm getting.
Yeah, you're
Mm,
right. See, that's where I did that too. I did
okay.
the black magic as well.
Ah, okay. Because
That's the
I'm
shadow
here.
side.
I'm seeing a scorpion as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Something about a whale as well, a hammerhead shark,
Oh, yeah.
but also like a riding a horse. Like you're riding a horse, you're a rider, but it's not, is it a, is that a seahorse or is that something like, I don't know if it's something to do with Atlantis or something to
It
do
is
with like,
Atlantis. Yes, that's where
okay.
the hammerhead shark comes in because I, I had a very, very special place in Atlantis, and I used to ride the hammerhead sharks and the seahorses and the warriors there as well.
Okay. Okay. That's okay. That makes sense. Okay.
Yeah,
But yeah, the dragon thing also makes sense. I'm getting that here. Um, Something about working with wood and trees, directly with trees and wood.
I was a tree in my past life. I
Okay.
actually lived as a tree.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Not, was it, what is it, something that Bashar says about, not to go all left brainy here, but he says that as humans, as souls, we don't often go into non-humanoid entities because someone asked him, like, do we incarnate, um, into animal form? He says, sometimes that happens, but mostly when a soul does that, it's to learn that lesson, right? Or something like that. That's what he said.
you're right.
Because usually the other animals, the species, they don't often branch out into a different, like it's almost like because we are souls and animals have a different soul. Like it's a, you know what I'm saying? Like, does that make
I
sense?
do know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
I didn't understand what he was saying. It's like, well, what if, because I was animals in a lot of my past lives. It's like, but how does that make sense? I don't understand that. So I trying to understand this whole thing. Just like, okay. So it's almost like it's not, I don't know. Maybe it's just what it is. I don't want to question it. The point is, okay, good. Now I get it. Okay. Well, I'm still
Yeah.
going to get more of it, but yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah, you'll get more of it, but I used to think I was crazy until I've gone to a couple of places and I've talked to the trees, and and they said, my tree, you're here," and I'm like, "What the heck are they talking about?" You know what I mean? And then I actually sat and I meditated and I did some things, and I actually seen myself as this tree,
Mm,
and I could see my roots going down into the ground and I could see my leaves and the branches and how I started off from a little seedling and I went through the whole process.
hmm.
So I was like,
Oh.
okay, I can't discount that I was a tree anymore. I can't discount that, you know.
Um,
So and then
mm,
an animal is the same way. I
mhm,
know I was a dragon. I know I was a dragon rider as a human, and I also know that I was a dragon
mm.
because I've had two different, several different visions, and I've had other
Yeah,
people
yeah,
read that on me.
yeah.
So, and people have actually looked at me and said, "Your dragon's coming out." And I said, "What are you talking about?" Because they're seers, and they said, "I can see your dragon wings and everything in my human form."
Mm.
So,
I'm just trying to see what else I see here. Are you also a bird, like an eagle of some sort?
Yes,
Okay. I see that.
yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
really quite amazing. Most people, they're like, you're fucking, some people think I'm crazy, but I know I'm not crazy. And
no.
I know
Uh,
it's reality. And I know I've lived those lives. Yeah, because I needed
yeah.
those experiences. And
Yeah.
it's amazing.
Yeah.
So,
There's
yeah,
just part of the being human that kind of goes like, no, this is the only reality or the physical reality. It's like, no, it's a manifestation. Yeah, but I mean, it's a reality, but it's not the ultimate reality. It's just, yeah. So, anyways.
it's not the ultimate reality because a lot of times throughout my life, I'm like, man, being human is really hard. It's just difficult because I carry a
Yeah.
lot of unconditional love in me.
Yeah.
In this, I have so much unconditional. I don't understand how people can be so cruel and this and that and the other, and how they can destroy things, And I went, oh, this makes sense because I haven't always been human. I
Yeah.
get it because animals are all about unconditional love.
Mhm.
They don't, it's totally different. They don't have the thoughts that we do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They don't have all of
Uh,
that.
uh,
So it makes sense to me. I'm like, okay, this makes so much more sense. Thank you. So much more sense.
all right. So thank you for watching. Thank you for all that stuff. I hope you liked it. If you've gone as far as this point, wonderful for you. Hooray. Yay. um, if not, if you have any questions, let me know. Comments, questions below. Please like and subscribe. I'll see you guys later. And bye.